beans with the truth. To my channel, all my new subscribers, my hanger-ons, my curiosity seekers, my let me check this dude out, my scallywags, my commenters, my peaches and my triggers. And I'm thanking me on the camera. Well, I thought I'd show you a little bit of my home, but let me first quiet the children down. Okay, this is Ichiban. Come on, man, come on around. This is Luna. Luna. This is Helen. Helen? Is Helen on? Helen wants the best part. Yep, you don't want it? Okay. Yep. Okay, me? This is Shiva. Yes, Shiva. This is, there goes 1 million plants. This is Hopsy. And this is Sky. Okay. Now that we got them all quiet. Who is barking? Oh, no. Okay. Now that we got them all quiet, I want to tell you a story. Say hello to Michael Chris. Okay, come on, man. Come this way. Okay, so, before I let them go, you watch the Gerard Black in the Philippines. You thank me on the camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of the home. This is not the full tour, but this is like instead of a 100 peso tour, we'll make this like a 50-cent tour. Oh, the light came on. Okay, good. Okay, moving on up. Okay, thank you, Doctor. Okay, come on, Raphael. Okay, I want to show you this part of this is the part of the house. This is the living room. We just had the TV mounted, as you see it up there. You see, the same curtains, but you see they hung the paintings up lovely. And of course you see the throne, and you see the little prince, Michael Chris right there. Hello, Michael Chris, how are you? How was your day? Did you do your work today? Outside? The Tahi, no? No, not yet, okay. Okay, come on, we're going here. As you can see, the paintings are hung up there, like that. Ichiban. Okay. That is the crow's nest. That's where the cat is. I'll show you that in a second. You can see over here. Okay, we're going to go quiet. You see, like, the pictures. They put the pictures here. Our picture, you can see them there like this. Very nice. They did a very nice job at decorating. It's not. Okay, Helen, why am I feeling you always want to get in the picture, huh? Why? What, you want to fight? You want to fight? Huh? You want to fight, Helen? You want? I didn't think so. Okay. You see, they we call this like a china cabinet. China cabinet. You see, they have the pictures. You saw this in my last video. Here. Well, come on inside here. This is the kitchen. You see the pictures up here. And right here, you can see the lady of the house. Mia, come here, Mia. Say hello, Mia. You come back to fight? You come back to fight. Eating mango. She's eating mango. You see her munching down there. So tell everybody how you like the house.
It's okay.
No, really, she didn't like it. She does not like this house. Why? Because it's too big. You know, I thought big is good because then she can disappear and I won't see her for a while. Come over here. You can see the side over here. Where's my glass? Wait, hold on. Let me see.
What glass?
Well, my drink. I had to drink a glass of drink.
Outside.
Okay. You can see these are housekeepers here. This is Ellen. Ellen just came back from her 1-day vacation. She takes off. And this. Come here. And what was your name? This is Rose Rosa. I still don't know what her name is, but Rosa, I call her, hey, Di, come here, like this. And she's new. Where you from, Rosa? Tanai? Okay, she's from Tanai. And Ella, where you from?
Hi, also.
You're from Tanai. That's as far as the English goes. That's as far as my questions with them. But anyway, I'm happy to have them here. While Mia's making a drink. This is the stove kitchen area. We have outside in the back that I'll show you another time. But right now, I want to take you upstairs to where the captain's crow's nest is. No, Raphael, I tell you what, Raphael, stand down there in the bottom. This is the crow's nest. This is where I watch everything what's going on in my home. This is truly living like a king. So I wanted to share this with you a little bit before I do more of the tour. But right now I got a story I want to tell you. So just hang in there, and this I'll be right back when I thank Raphael on the camera. You know, he's just an ordinary guy. No, we were listening to this song called Jamaican Funk. That's what it is. Gotta get into you. Okay, Raphael, thank you very much, and I'll be right. Okay, we had a little technical difficulty. Raphael was just an ordinary guy. He cut it off before I. And I want to thank Carol Burnett. That's my girl. I'll talk to you later. Thank me and now on the camera. Peace. Okay. I want to tell you that story I wanted to tell you about. I'm listening to Bobby Womack. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. There's an interesting story about that song. I want you to Google it and listen to it because it's he was in a hotel, and his one of his band members, his friends, his scallywags, his padres, was on the phone, and he was arguing with his wife. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, and then he said, "Oh yeah, if you think you're lonely now, you wait till tonight, girl." And Bobby said, "If you think you're lonely, wait until." And that's how that song became a hit, from his friend arguing with his wife. Now, the story I want to tell you about, I have to tell you that it starts with my two daughters, Gianna and Janelle. When I was in LA, after I had decided that drug dealing, I had set a goal to make X amount of money, and then because the secret about drug dealing, and I'm not advocating it whatsoever, is to never sell to people who have more to lose than you do, and knowing when to stop. And the only way you know when to stop is you set a goal on how much you want to make, and then you stop. I set a goal I came close. And at that time, when I did, or once I did stop, I would try this thing called freebasing, which is what they were doing. So what happened was that I got busted. And ultimately went to jail. To make a long story short, I got busted. But before then, I had came close. So once I got out of jail and all my reserves and all my money was gone, there was something behind that too, that I decided to try this thing called freebasing. And after the first time when I hit it, then the second time, the bells and all that stuff went over, and like this. And I was like, and I remember this guy, Chuck. I'll never forget the expression on his face. And he worked on a railroad because they used to ride the cars, as an engineer. And he says, look, look, I got Gerard sprung. Yeah, baby boy, I was hooked. And he took so much pride of that. And after that, I went up the chain. But anyway, LA proved too much to the man, like LA, like Gladys Knight and the Pips sung, and I decided to relocate to Oregon, where my mother's, the mother of my kids, Diana's family was from. So I loaded up the truck and I moved to Oregon. Hills, that is. So I moved to Oregon. But like they say, no matter where you go, there you are. It wasn't soon long I started doing this. At this time, I had my two daughters in tow. Diana had went first, and I'm driving the U-Haul, stopping at every hood, trying to get more. And so I was moving too fast, heavily then. And so anyway, I left Oregon. Due to some conflict that had my probation officer, I'm not gonna go with it. So I jumped, and I became an interstate fugitive. I was wanted in 5 states. 5 states I couldn't go into. I don't remember anyone calling, but 5 of those states over the coast of Oregon. And whenever I got stopped in New York and they run my name, it would come up and it would say, interstate fugitive wanted. And I learned that in North Carolina. I was in, oh man, I'm going into a deeper story. This is going to be a part 2 to this because I really got something I want to tell you. So I'm going to finish this story. I'm going to tell you the whole story and then I'm going to cut it and make two-part story. So I was in North Carolina. I'm free. Free as a bird. And I'm on one of these country roads. I bought a car, and I'm on these country roads and I'm driving. And I'm just bobbing just like this. Car just cruising, and I see a state trooper, a police officer, a sheriff car come, and he come and I'm, hello, good old boy. I wanted him to say, hello, good old boy, but he didn't. I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw him make a U-turn and came after me. So I pulled over. Of course, I got nothing to hide. I'm not one. Nobody wants me here. They can't possibly, know my pedigree. So anyway, so he pulled me over, and he said, where you going? I said, I'm going to my cousin's house. He said, where you from? Oh, I'm from New York. So he said, give me a license and registration. I gave him a license, and then he said, get out of the car. So I said, yeah. I said, what's the problem? He says, put handcuffs on me. He said, oh, look like we got one of these big time dope dealers here. I said, what? It's like, no. So he called me back up. No, he didn't call back. He just put me in the sheriff's car and drove me to the jail. He said, he says, you have a interstate. No. He said, I forgot what he said, but he said, look, I said, I did nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. And I'm protesting. Let me out. And I'm in jail, and I'm going on a hunger protest. I'm going on a hunger strike. I'm not eating nothing in here. And so the sheriff came over to him. He said, boy, we don't go for none of that hunger strike down here. Now, Miss Betty makes a good meal, and we expect for you to eat it. And I said, oh, okay, Sheriff. Okay. So anyway, I became, a complying prisoner. And so at this time, I was becoming Jehovah's Witness because I had met this this girl, Jehovah's Witness girl. 2 of them came to the trailer where I was staying at. My uncle's, which, God bless the dead, I just found out my Uncle Willie just passed away a few days ago. Oh, it's so ironic I'm talking about this story. See how God works in mysterious ways? Willie was the caretaker of all the land, and he grew all the crops, and I worked in many of his fields, and I really liked Willie, so he was a little strange. He was a strange bird. He wouldn't eat chicken because he called them chicken. He called them yard buzzards. Because they eat anything, you spit chicken. So he called them yard buzzards. So he wouldn't eat chicken. So anyway, and shout out to Bill. I just called my Uncle Bill and my nephew Tyrone, who I also told him, give my condolences to his family, him, Dwayne and Arthur, his brothers, and Kathleen, his wife. So anyway, so I was these two girls, one black and one white, came to the trailer, and the trailer's up kind of high, So I had to bend down and kind of look at them eye to eye. And so I'm talking, and they're talking, and I'm looking at the white one, and she's kind of turning red and kind of flustering. And I said, "Oh," I said, "Oh, you like a mother flacker, huh?" So anyway, she was on her job. You see, that's on the job. So anyway, to make a long story short, we started dating, and it was against her religion, really against her religion to be dating. And the only way I could date her above board was to become a Jehovah's Witness. At this time, I had my photography studio in North Carolina. So anyway, her and I would sneak around. I mean, we would be in a car, flocking with mosquitoes biting us. Oh man, mosquitoes are terrible in North Carolina. She worked at a restaurant, opened this restaurant. So in the morning, when the restaurant, we were in the kitchen on the grill. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we were just crazy in love, as Beyonce would say, crazy in love. And so anyway, I decided to become Jehovah's Witness, so this way we can, see each other, publicly. I mean, some people suspected it, but they didn't know, And so anyway, while becoming Jehovah's Witness, I met this big black brother, who also was a Jehovah's Witness, and they told me that I would have to stop taking photography because they interviewed me. They came to my studio and they saw pictures of girls and asses and toys. Like this. They said, "Brother, you can't be doing this if you're going to become a Jehovah's Witness." And so, what do you say? He said, "You have to stop taking pictures." I said, "But that's my livelihood. That's how I eat." I said, are you going to give me clients?" He said, No. We can't support you because you're not a Jehovah's Witness. So I said, "Wow, you really got my nuts in the sand here. Either become a Jehovah's Witness and don't eat, or either stop taking photography and don't see Janet." Like this. So anyway, what happened was that while I was in jail, he came in there, and I was surprised. Like, "What's up, brother? What are you doing here?" He says, I'm a detective." I said, "Oh, really? You're a detective?" He says, "Look," he says, "I did some investigating. I ran your name, and I found out what the problem was." He says, "The problem is that you are an interstate fugitive. And you can't enter into 5 states, but you're not wanted here in North Carolina." I said, "What?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Just cool your heels off here for a few days, and I'll see what I can do about getting you out." So I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Okay, that sounds like a plan." In the meantime, he's right. Miss Betty make a damn good meal. So I'm eating it or what have you. So anyway, I get out, and Janet and I, we separated. I forgot whatever reason. I think the church was relocating, or they were sending us somewhere. I remember I was doing asbestos removal at that time in South Carolina, so I was making mad money. So I spent a lot of time on the phone chatting with them, etc. So anyway, I ended up moving back to New York. So I got arrested. I went to jail, and I'm in prison. Let me speed this up. I never wanted anybody to come visit me. I didn't want nobody to come see me in jail. My family, my brother, my mother told me, "No, don't come." So Diana and the girls came to New York one summer, to visit. So I guess the girls wanted to see their father. So and this is what I'm going to say. One time, Gianna, my oldest daughter, had confessed to me what was hurting her so bad. And what was hurting her so bad was that when they would ask her where her father was, she was embarrassed to say that I was in jail. and it hurted her. It hurt her to to want to say or let people know that I was in jail. So anyway, so while I'm in jail, they come to visit. I take the one at a time. I said, Gianna, and I took her into like a little small inner room, had two chairs in it, and I sat Gianna down, and I remember Diana telling me that you have to apologize to him. You have to apologize to him for everything that what you done or what you did. Things are why we broke up. Or, of course, Diana never loved me, so it doesn't matter. Remember I told you, she said that I have to confess I never believed in you. She told me that at this time. So anyway, I said, no, Diana, I'm not going to keep apologizing to them every time I see them, every time you talk. Yes, I said, no. Because when you have to apologize to someone, that brings up, a type of, you know, a type of negativity that you don't want to keep drudging up. An apology is just an apology. It's not apology like this. So I sat Gianna down, and I said, Gianna, I'm sorry for my drug addiction. It was never planned. I'm sorry for the times that I left you in the car, you and your sister, while I ran inside and moved too fast, or all the times that I neglected you, or all the times I left home and didn't come back for 3 or 4 days, all the times that all the things that what I didn't give them my attention when they wanted it. I apologize for that, and for that I'm sorry. But I also told her that, Gianna, this is the last time I'm going to apologize for it. I want you to understand that, because for the reason I explained to you. So because of that, I'm sorry. And then Gianna left and Janelle came in, and I told Janelle the same thing. They were old enough to understand, but not so old to fully comprehend. So I told her the same thing, that this is the last time I'm going to apologize to her. And I'll leave it at that. Now, there's this girl here in the Philippines. She's a young girl, a child. And she was opening up this store. And I used to stop by and maybe get, one steak or two steaks, a cigarette. And she would say, hello, Uncle Onyx. She had this nicely pitched voice. Hello, Uncle Onyx. And you can tell there's a big smile and hello, Uncle Onyx. I said, well, hello. I'm not going to say her name. Hello, little darling. How are you today? I'm fine, Uncle Onyx. And I said, okay. So I said, give me this, give me that. So I found out she was opening the store. I said, suppose I buy some few things for your store. She said, oh, okay, Uncle Onyx. So I took her and her father, or her stepfather, to the store. I said, okay. I said, okay, little girl, get what you want. I thought maybe she might spend about, 500 or something like this getting supplies for her store. And when she brought all this stuff, I'm like, I said, oh my God. It was close to like 3,000 pesos of items that she wanted to put in her store. So I said, okay. I swallowed the bullet and I paid for it. So anyway, her mother got caught in a flim-flam involving drugs. And because of that, her mother is now doing 2 years in prison, in a Filipino prison. And I see her, and she still gives me that big smile. Hello, Uncle Onyx. Oh, hello, and give me a kiss. Hey, like this. And I still see her. But I can see beyond the facade that inside she's hurting, in my opinion. It has to hurt for a little girl not to have a mother around, or knowing she is around but can't see her, can't touch her, can't talk to her.
You know, her stepfather, who was involved in a flim flam, ran. He ran. He got the flock out of there. In the situation. I'm not going to go into detail about it, but he had the option of coming and turning himself in, and so that the mother can go, so his girlfriend can go. He said, "Flock that," and left her holding the bag. Now I see this little girl, and when I see her, you know, I know here in the Philippines, other children aren't so cruel because I know Raphael came home to me and said, Gerard, Papa, um, um, he says, my friends want to know how come you keep moving your lips. So I said, "Oh, really?" So I mentioned that because that's out of the mouths of babes. They want to know. They inquiring minds want to know. What are you chewing all the time? So anyway, I sat down and I kind of went over a little bit of reason that it's due to a damaged central nervous system that I have in the service is why. But it was enough to tell him why, what he was able to get from that, and tell his friends and how I explained to his friends why. I have no idea. So anyway, I say that to say this that cruelty between children can be very rough. So when I see this little girl, you know, I always give her money. I always give her 100 pesos. The first time I saw her after the incident, I gave her 500 because for them to get involved in what they got involved in, you know, uh, of course it's about money and addiction, but I know what it's like. I know what the child of someone who is moving too fast is going through because my children went through it when I was moving too fast. So I'm telling you this because it hurts me to my core to see her, knowing how lovely she is, how beautiful she is, and going to be, and to still know that she has a lot of pain inside. So if I can be the reason why I bring a smile to her heart, or bring a smile to her face, then let that be the reason why I will always be in her life. you know, as long as I can, whenever I see her, I want to let her know that I love her and I care about her, and not everybody's going to turn their back on you. Not everyone is in a position to help you. I know that 100 pesos can buy a sack of rice, some chicken, for the family for a day or 2 days or so. I know that for a fact. But I wanted to tell you that story because it hurts me when I see her. It's like, why her, Lord? Couldn't you get, can't you hurt another child and not this one? So anyway, I don't know. Maybe I put this on. How long is it? This is another 19 minutes. Maybe I'll put this on and put it all together. I won't break it up. But anyway, this is Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elder and always pull someone up. And sometimes, you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. I'm living good today. I hope you are too. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson, formerly singing the Temptation One song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king and never say no. I don't know why, but yesterday was one of those days that I felt absolutely beautiful. I'm driving, listening to music, I'm singing. I told Mia, I said, Mia, you can always tell when things are okay with me because I'm singing. And like I said, if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ali Woodson said, You know, I already said it, but I didn't say never say no. Don't think I did again. Okay? So, I love you like I love song, baby. Stay well, stay blessed, and take care of the children. I'll always love you more. Peace.